Okay, so it is Sameko Saba Day. Obviously, I've been preparing for this. You've seen all of my videos about Sameko Saba, and it seems like the day has finally come. And as you can see, I'm actually on Saba's stream right now, and it seems like it's going to be one of the highest viewed VTuber debuts of all time. Not the highest, but one of the highest, which again is very exciting to see. And she's broken tons of records so far, and it's really, really great to see. I mean, my entire YouTube was lagging by the amount that the chat was loading. I had to actually close the chat, but as you can see, there are so many people spamming, and as you can see on my screen as well, this is the Sameko Saba model. Now, to be fair, she didn't actually do like the whole teaser thing where they essentially like slowly reveal their model one by one. She literally kind of went like almost straight into it, which I thought was alright. Maybe she could have done it the other way around, but honestly, who am I to judge? But it's been a pretty good stream so far. Obviously, I've started recording this video now due to the fact that she's kind of having a chat with chat at the moment. She obviously revealed a ton of stuff to do with her emotes. She's got some emotes, and the amount of memberships that she's had coming in has been absolutely crazy. The amount of memberships has been flying in, especially before the stream even started. Though I'm pretty sure she's made bank off of that, because obviously they're like, I think it's $5.99 for a membership on YouTube for Saba, and again, there was literally about like 20 coming in like the course of like 2 seconds, which is kind of mental if you kind of put it into perspective. But obviously, as you can see here, this is a post from Rima Evanstar, obviously putting up 17,000 people were waiting for Saba in 2 hours. So obviously, yeah, this is only in the first 2 hours, which is absolutely crazy, and it keeps going up and up and up, and the maximum I think we reached was about 200k. That's what I saw on my end, and I definitely will make a follow-up video whenever we get the full stream charts analytics, exactly what she has actually managed to achieve here. But it seems like the highest from my perspective and from what I've seen on my YouTube has been 200k. Now obviously this was about 1 minute right before it. It was at 100,000, which again is very, very great to see, and it's really good to see that there's been so many people supporting her. Obviously, as she used to be Gawr Gura over at Hololive. I found it very funny that obviously she revealed a name card, or like an ID card, like some VTubers tend to do that, and the date of birth is exactly the same as Gawr Gura. So obviously we can kind of confirm that it is her new indie debut. I think we already knew anyways, but just in case you wanted any kind of further proof of that, you can see obviously they're both born, well, they both put their date of birth as June 20th, which again, very cool to see. And obviously, as you guys can see here on the Stream Charts website, this is the list of the most viewed VTubers of all time on their debuts, and we can see that the peak viewership was Sakana, which was apparently Aqua's indie kind of VTuber thing, who had a very big cult following. Now, unfortunately, Gura or Saba or whatever you want to call her didn't beat it, so again, that is very unfortunate. But I think she did a very good job there, because she did manage to get into second place. As you can see, second place was 180,000 peak viewership, which is still an absolute ton. Don't get me wrong, 200,000 is still a massive amount of viewers, especially for a VTuber, as the VTuber scene is only growing and growing. And obviously I feel like a lot of these viewers are going to stay and stick around for the future streams that are coming out in the future. And obviously this is only just the start of it. Obviously, yeah, she's not going to be streaming to 160,000, but I feel like she's going to have a very solid viewership somewhere in the probably tens of thousands, whether it's 20,000, 30,000, if not more. It could be pretty insane. But obviously, yeah, the actual debut itself is currently set at about 160,000, and is kind of maintaining that, to be honest. She's maintained an audience pretty heavily. Obviously, the first kind of amount of people did leave after they saw the model and things, and I think that was one of the things that she did kind of mess up in, I would say, was the actual starting soon screen contained the full model, so there was no kind of anticipation for what the model would fully look like. So I did think, obviously I saw a lot of people leaving at that starting soon screen before she'd even actually kind of begun stream, so that was a little bit disappointing to see. But honestly, I think a ton of people obviously came back whenever she actually fully went live, which is great to see, and it seems like the chat have been going absolutely crazy. And honestly, it's just very nice to see that, Saba or Gura or whatever has managed to find her way and find her way in the indie VTuber scene and, be successful at it. Because obviously it's probably a big concern of hers, and it's a big concern for a lot of people that decide to go indie, of like, are people still going to know who I am? Are people going to follow me across platforms? And I think it's safe to say say that they definitely did follow her across platforms. I mean, it's absolutely crazy having the second biggest VTuber debut of all time. Now, obviously, I don't really know if this takes into account every single VTuber on every single platform. Maybe there's some other platforms which stream charts haven't kind of factored in here, which might, you know, kind of affect things. But obviously, out of the ones that they've taken from, I'm pretty sure they take from Twitch, YouTube, and some other platforms as well that you guys know. Yeah, this is one of the highest, the second highest VTuber debut ever, which is kind of crazy to say, because obviously this is a pretty, like, it's kind of cringe to say, but it's kind of a pretty historical moment in terms of VTubing in general. We're seeing a lot of people go over to indie, as we've seen, you know, with the Giga stuff. She's gone back to indie, Zentreya going indie, and there's a lot of people going indie at the moment, and you know, even more in the future, which is very, very interesting to see, because it seems like there's been a big shift on the kind of attitude towards agencies, the attitude towards companies, and I think that Saba is going to do so much better as an indie VTuber over being at Hololive. And I think that, you know, obviously Hololive has provided her the platform and the abilities to get where she is in terms of the audience, but I think now, you know, with her personality and the hard work, I would say, of, you know, kind of getting this debut done, I think honestly, you know, she's definitely deserved it. So yeah, I mean, you know, as you guys can see, this is the full model. I just want to talk about this a little bit more. The stream is actually loading. It's kind of crazy how much this is actually affecting YouTube's systems at the moment. But yeah, like, the rigging is actually so much better than her previous obviously Hololive model, which I thought was really cool. Also, she's announcing merch there as well, as you can see. We saw, obviously, they were announcing the fact they're kind of partnering up with a really big company being Omocat, which again looks absolutely incredible, that merch there. Obviously it looks like a lot of beach kind of stuff. Again, that was literally just as I was talking and watching the stream, so there was still so much more being announced on her stream that was kind of teased on her page, and there's going to be so much more being announced in the future, of course, as she's got a lot of plans whenever it comes to being indie. And I think obviously she was quite restricted in terms of what she could do and say and everything like that whenever she was at an agency. But now with this kind of indie freedom, I'm very excited to see the other kind of things that she can do, because she's already proved that, you know, she can get some pretty awesome collaborations like Omocat, and, you know, I'm assuming there's going to be even bigger ones later down the line. I don't think it will be in this stream. I think this is the only thing that was actually kind of teased in her kind of Twitter thing, but obviously I'll keep you guys up to date if anything is to come out about this. I definitely will have one more follow-up video about Samekosaba that I want to kind of cover. I want to cover the exact numbers of this and kind of show you guys how big this VTuber debut is, because I don't think very many people realize how big this is for the VTuber community. This is really, really great, and it obviously promotes the fact that indie VTubers can do well, and that it's okay for a lot of VTubers to leave their agencies. They don't have to feel like they're stuck there just due to the fact that, you know, viewers will stay and that maybe they'll, you know, lose a lot of viewers. Because I think if you're big enough and you have the personality, you have that reach, you have that kind of audience, I think you can successfully bring people over, as Saba has proved, as so many other people have proved whenever it comes to switching up their IPs. And obviously some of the biggest you know, VTuber debuts are obviously, you know, going to be people that have switched from companies, but I think also, you know, it doesn't, you know, I wouldn't say it kind of dissuades you from kind of, you know, starting up a VTuber stream yourself and just starting, you know, whether it's 1 viewer, 2 viewers, 3 viewers, whatever, and just kind of getting, you know, going from there. Obviously, it's not going to be the biggest VTuber debut of all time, but, you know, you can get there, you can get, you know, the leg ups from agencies and stuff like that, which I think would definitely improve the space a lot more. And I think that, yeah, with the Saba stream, it's definitely brought a lot of people together and has kind of, you know, shown people that it is possible to do really good as an indie, and hopefully it does inspire a lot of people to kind of go on to be an indie as well. Also, my Twitter has been absolutely blowing up with Saba screenshots out the wazoo. It's been absolutely crazy, the amount of people that have been going insane over her model. I mean, there are so many, you know, kind of really nice aspects about the model. We don't know who the rigger or the artist is for this, but obviously it looks kind of familiar. Obviously, I had a lot of people telling me, like, maybe it's like, it looks kind of similar to the Shy Lily kind of movements, so maybe she used someone similar to that. Maybe she'll announce it over on her Twitter or something. But obviously, yeah, I mean, it looks great, and I'm really glad that, you know, she has got a really high quality model this time, as, yeah, the previous models weren't as high quality that she used to use, but now obviously it looks much better, and I'm really excited to see, you know, what she can do with that moving forwards. But yeah, as you can see here, she's showing off even more merch and things like that. The kind of close-ups of what you guys can get. Definitely look forward to that. Again, people are going crazy in the chat. As you can see, this is almost like a live react we're doing right now, as you know, these are some of the Omocat stuff, and I think Omocat absolutely kill it whenever it comes to different kind of merch things. But yeah, go check that out if you guys want to go get that. I mean, this is almost like a semi plug here that she's doing like live on my video, which is kind of insane. But hey, you know, take a look at this. Looks pretty cool. I mean, you know, maybe I'll get some as well. It looks pretty cool. I like the fact that they've actually gone for like a beach thing here. They haven't just gone, here's merch, here's a t-shirt with like Saba on it or something. There you go. They've actually gone for like a whole beach thing and fit with the theme of the character. That is very nice. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say about this. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update with this, because obviously Saba has been something that I've covered on this channel for quite a while. And I've been covering the entire debut leading up to the debut itself. And I think that, you know, you guys deserve another video of a follow-up of how it's done. And you know, I'm pretty safe in saying that it's done very good. It's broken a couple of records, at least it's broken, you know, all of these records that have been set before. And I think that, you know, yeah, she's just done a very good job whenever it comes to this debut. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this debut, because again, I want to know what you guys thought about it, what you guys think about her model, what you think about, you know, some of the collaborations that are going on. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.